This week on The Lead, Flower Mound High School shows off the bonds of students with its special needs program, Lunch Buddies.
And Hebron's SNHS spreads the love of science with their junior peers at Castle Hills Elementary.
Hello, I'm Aiden Call.
And I'm Destiny Paxton, and this is The Lead. This year, all 5 high schools in the district are putting together a movie in the stadium night. The date and location are to be determined, but you can currently vote on the movie through this link, which can also be found in the description below. As far as movie choices, they have been narrowed down to High School Musical 3, Monsters, Inc., and The Greatest Showman. So be sure to put in your vote for a fun night out with friends, and we will be sure to keep you posted.
If you are an avid filmmaker and have been looking for the chance to get out there, then this next story is for you. LISD is now accepting entries for the annual Real Voices Film Festival. There are multiple categories to submit to, and if your work is chosen, then you'll be able to attend the red carpet event later in the year. Get your entries in at filmfest.lisd.net.
Over at Hebron, the French 5 class try not to lose their heads. Hebron French teacher Mrs. Jackson is teaching French history through the guillotine game. Inspired by the events of the French Revolution, the goal of the game is simple: don't lose your head. Students are assigned a guillotine and a character from French history. The roll of the dice in the historical event they pick will determine whether their guillotine comes down or not. The last player standing wins. The game has become an effective way for students to learn French history and is just plain fun.
You know, Destiny, I think that is a great way to blur the lines between learning and, you know, what's fun.
Exactly. I think we need more of that.
Definitely.
Yes. Well, speaking of fun, every Wednesday at Flower Mound High School, Circle of Friends gathers together during all 4 lunches to hang out with special needs students. It's a place where everyone is welcome. I had the chance to get an inside look. Circle of Friends dates back to the opening of the school in 1999. It began as a place where students who have disabilities can mingle with other students and has evolved into a family with a great group of kids.
All the kids in the whole school knew that they can come and hang out with our special needs program and get to know the kids and hang out with them, and it's actually created relationships in which kids are hanging out on the weekends, kids are hanging out after school, so it's actually done its job in preparing these kids to be able to, you know, have friendships with kids that are just different.
Students are learning a lot through the constant interaction, as well as creating amazing relationships and influencing a lot of students' career paths.
I wanted to hang out with the kids more, eat lunch with them, talk, play games, and I ended up falling in love with it.
This program has allowed not only the special needs children, but those around them to break out of their shells and share common interests.
Watch Moana.
You like to watch Moana?
Yeah.
Do you like making friends?
Yeah, making friends.
By coming together, Lunch Buddies has brightened the lives and school days of many students.
It gives them an opportunity to go somewhere and just actually have a life for themselves and not just be confined into one space, or they're special needs, they don't get this, they don't get that. They actually have an opportunity to go somewhere.
Circle of Friends invites you all to join them every Wednesday for Lunch Buddies during A, B, C, and D lunches in room 1240. For The Lead, I'm Destiny Paxton.
All FMHS students, AP registration is now open and will be through March 2nd. The exam costs $95 per exam, and an additional $20 is added for late registration starting March 3rd through the 6th. Parents, make sure that your child is signed up for the right tests, because no refunds will be given for cancellations or absences. This past week, Theater at the Colony had the opportunity to bring their musical Bonnie and Clyde to life in a different way. A former parent of the theater program was notified of an auction where the entire Broadway set of the musical was being auctioned off, and the theater quickly took action. The Colony was able to win every bid and now plans on using the sets, costumes, and props in their own performances of Bonnie and Clyde on February 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. And now we're going to take a look at Marcus Theater, who found a way to give back to their audience by hosting a picnic with the cast of The Sound of Music.
Marcus High School presents the Sound of Music Picnic, where the cast has a chance to spend time with their audience and partake in a large number of activities.
We have hair braiding, which kind of goes along with the time period. We have caricatures, which is really awesome for us. We have coloring pages and paper dolls of the Von Trapp children. We have a green screen that has like a mountain picture behind it, so you can get a digital picture of you with whoever characters you want. We have old-fashioned sort of family games, and then obviously karaoke with the cast.
Marcus is unique to include their audience in this way, and so far, it looks like a big hit.
I really like it. I feel like a lot of people are going to have fun with it. I know the cast and crew are, so we can only hope that everyone that comes to it will too.
It's getting to see all the little kids coming. It is so cute. They're all playing games with us, and they're so excited to be here and so excited to get to meet and interact with the cast, and that is such a blast.
Not only are the cast enjoying their time with the audience, but it's helping them connect with the characters that they play in the show.
A glimpse into a different type of lifestyle, and it's nice to go through that emotional journey every time. It's like a much more positive journey for like the most part than like a lot of other stuff that I've played. So it leaves me leaving feeling good.
I'm having the time of my life. It is so fun just to get to have the experiences with the kids and have the experience with the entire cast and the crew, and just getting to play such a classic character is such an honor. It's so fun.
An experience that will be truly hard to forget. For the lead, I'm Hiram Smith.
Students, the week of February 3rd will begin Kindness Bingo for the entire campus. The bingo board will be placed on the window between the main entrance and the gate. The rules are simple. For each act of kindness you complete, you grab a marker and sign the square. The goal is to sign every square each 9 weeks. Awards will be given to those students who achieve this kindness goal. So grab a friend, check out the board, and get busy being kind.
Inhale, half lift. Exhaling, plant your hands on the mat, and you're gonna walk, step, hop, or jump.
Last week, the Colony High School participated in Mental Health Awareness Week. The Student Council held events such as yoga and Wear Green Day to promote the awareness of mental health issues. They also put up posters around the school with special stress-relieving tips designed to help students relax and take a breath when in stressful situations that could affect their mental health.
Honor Society held their annual science night at Castle Hills Elementary last week, where they presented a variety of scientific demonstrations as well as encouraging the elementary schoolers to partake in some hands-on experiments.
Sumana Sayed has the story.
This past Thursday at Castle Hills Elementary, Hebron Science National Honor Society held their annual Science Night, which was attended by an estimated 811 people, including students, parents, and other members of the community.
Science Night was created about 5 years ago. The Science National Honor Society wanted to do an outreach program to the community of Carrollton and to the Lewisville ISD feeder pattern. And so we reached out to the elementary schools, and Castle Hills responded, and it started out where there was about 100 students coming here. And last year there was a little over 875 that has attended this.
From physics to chemistry to robotics, the Hebron students prepared many different hands-on experiments, hoping to spark an interest in science within their younger peers.
I just really want to put a big plug in for the Hebron High School National Science Honor Society, because they play such a big role in this day. Each year it gets bigger and bigger because of them, and they love interacting with the students, and my kids like interacting with them too. So it's just great.
And we wanted to promote the love of science between the elementary school student and the high school, because they're going to be coming to our high school one day.
I hope that elementary students are able to find their interest in science, or if not, they can be able to tell early on that they can go into a different field that has to do with science. I think you guys are missing out on a great opportunity for your students to learn about Science Night, to learn about science in the field itself, or even just to have fun.
As science continues to advance, getting our young minds interested in the field may brighten our future in more ways than we can imagine. For the lead, I'm Sumana Sayed.
Well, you know, science is my favorite subject, and it looks like they had a ton of fun at the fair.
Yeah, there were some really interesting experiments they had over there. Like there was one making the pickle battery. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go over to Grant for this week's Lead Spotlight.
Currently, I'm in the historic downtown Lewisville, and today we are going to look at 3 different places you can take your other half on Valentine's Day. The first place I stopped at was Oki Japanese Grill on the east side of the district. I come here for lunch all the time, and I couldn't be more satisfied. Oki delivers authentic and affordable Japanese food that will make you want to come back for more. The atmosphere is very artistic, adding even more value to the delicious food. If you are looking for a low-cost place to take your loved one, Oki's tasty food won't let you down. The next place I visited was Hillside Grill in Highland Village. Being a place of culinary masterpieces, this option will not fail to deliver an elegant dinner. The ambience surrounded me with beautiful decor. The hostess completed tasks with haste, and the chefs were passionate in the making of their food. There is no doubt Hillside will suffice your one for a fine dinner on Valentine's Day. Lastly, I visited the Perk Coffee House, located in the heart of downtown Lewisville. The aesthetically pleasing environment gave off a wonderful first impression, and the coffee was brewed to perfection. But the one thing that stood out more than anything was the hospitality. The manager, Jeremiah, and the barista went out of their way to make sure my experience with them was wonderful. The conversational, connected, and diverse community at the Perk made for a place to go to have a good time. If you are looking for a more casual option for the Day of Love, the Perk is the place for you. Best of luck to all you lovebirds out there. This is Grant Goodrich for the Lead Spotlight.
Welcome back to The Lead. I'm Aiden Call, here with some members of the LHS Chin Club. How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
Great.
Good. It's good to have you all on the show. So how about you start off this interview? Tell us what the Chin Club is all about.
Chin Club is a multicultural club promoting diversity around the school and community, as well as empowering Chin students with college and career information.
So it helps them with their education?
Yes, with college applications and stuff like FAFSA applications.
Organization and stuff like that?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, how did this club get started?
About 4 years ago, students came to me and asked me to be their sponsor. These students are students who came from Malaysia and Burma, speaking no English and had no idea about our culture. So they wanted to keep their culture but merge into ours, and so we began the Chin Club 4 years ago to help them acclimate to our school.
So this has been going on for a while, you said 4 years. Wow, cool. So what kind of impact does this club have on your school?
Well, with the empowerment from the Chin Club itself, many of our Chin Club members are able to get involved with the school clubs such as National Honor Society, Stuco, Interact, and some of the other major clubs. And as well as school services, we also are involved with the community as well. We tutor every Tuesdays and Thursdays to some of the elementaries. We also get invited to interpret for our parents and help out as much as we can, such as cleaning and keeping Lewisville beautiful as well.
Awesome. So you guys are very active in the community. Yes. That's good to have clubs like this that are just making the world a better place. So what's been a takeaway that you've taken from Chin Club?
My biggest takeaway from Chin Club is kindness. So Chin Club members, we have been helping out each other regarding schoolwork, such as like physics and English, which is kind of hard. We help each other out and spreading kindness around the school and around the community.
Kindness is a very important thing. We got this LISD, Be Kind. It's good to see that the Chin Club is doing their part with this program. So that's awesome. So what does the future of Chin Club look like for you guys?
Well, we have been performing dances around the LISD school. So we have been spreading our culture. In that way, we promote diversity around the world.
And we also, I think that it impacts our Chin students because more are going to college because of this, because of us helping them with their FAFSA applications and those kind of things. They are more confident in going out into the world and presenting who they are to the world.
I'm sure. I mean, that's a lot of confusing stuff can be everything with applying to colleges and stuff like that. So it's good that you're right alongside there helping them. Yes. So why don't you two tell us a takeaway that you've gotten from it, and then we'll wrap this up.
I feel like from my experience with them, they are so community oriented. It's just so a positive impact on the world. And it's so nice to see a culture that gives of themselves so much, and they're very servant-minded.
It's good to have that nowadays, definitely. So how about you?
My biggest takeaway would probably be the benefits of committing to your community, and for the Chin students, and as a Chin student myself, knowing that I'm accepted in my community and being able to offer my help and my lending hand, and that I'm making an impact to my community, that's a really good feeling to have.
Cool. Well, I wish the Chin Club luck in all of their future endeavors. That's all the time we've got for this interview. Thanks for coming on the show. Always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
All right, so when we come back, we will see David, and he will bring us all the updates on district sports. Just keep it tuned to The Lead.
Thanks, Aiden. Hey everyone, David here with a look at sports from around the district. First up, basketball. Last night's scores included a couple of in-district matchups on some LISD and Irving ISD games. LHS took on Marcus last night and swept the Marauders. The Lady Farmers 46-39 and the LHS boys team won 71-59. The Hawks swept the Irving High Tigers last night, with the girls winning 51-23 and the guys winning 67-32. Both TCHS teams defeated Brawley, and the FM Jaguars fell to Irving MacArthur in both games. This week, Marcus hosts Irving. LHS will be at Flower Mound. Hebron travels to Nimitz, and the Colony heads to Little Elm for an in-district rivalry. Congratulations to the Marcus Lady Marauders for clinching off a playoff spot. Turning to soccer, it was a battle of the mountain soccer style last night as the Marauders swept the Jags in both matches. Hebron swept Irving MacArthur Cardinals, with the Lady Hawks winning 6-2 and the Hawks winning 2-1. The Lady Farmers tied Irving Nimitz 2-2, and the LHS boys snuck past the Nimitz Vikings 1-0. And finally, Colony took out Denton High 2-1 and 3-2. That's it for this week LISD Sports Report. We'll be back after this break.
This is Sweet Caroline. Bella's over there. We met Caroline, and my mom was just fostering her for a bit. And then she fell in love with her because, I mean, look at this dog. Like, she's so adorable. There's lots of different traits with, like, different dogs. Like, with Caroline, she's quiet and she's soft. Well, she's soft because we think she's, like, half corgi or something. It's just really fun to cuddle her. She loves to cuddle. You should really adopt from shelters, especially old dogs. Old dogs are the sweetest ones.
And our final story of the week comes from Marcus, where the girls' basketball team helped the Youth Game Changers raise $1,000 all in one night. The Youth Game Changers, or YGC Foundation, is owned by Marcus Smart, a Marcus High School graduate whose goal is not only to help kids reach their fullest potential in basketball, but also to help raise cancer awareness.
Unfortunately, last year Marcus lost his mother to cancer, but he bounced back and his mother became his motivation to give back to those who are going through similar circumstances. At the basketball games Friday, January 25th, a donation bucket was passed around and a raffle was held for a signed Marcus Smart jersey. By the end of the night, just over $1,000 was raised and donated to this foundation.
As always, if you want to know more about what's happening in our district, make sure to follow us on Twitter at LISD The Lead. That's all we have for this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Aiden Call.
And I'm Destiny Paxton, and we'll see you next time.